What is good, Wiz Nation Wizards fans? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Camingo. Now, I know I've been out for lately, but after watching the last three games on this West Coast trip, I gotta tell you this. After especially last night, after watching last night, I'm here to tell you this. It's over. Like, they seem to have quit on the season. Like, they have many chances, like one, two, three chances to get inches close to catching Atlanta or Charlotte. I know mathematically it's not over, but waiting plan, it looks over to me. I believe we're 3 games back behind Charlotte and Atlanta for the last spot, and even play them one more time this season. But after watching those last 3 games, the Wizards have quit on me. Like they seem to me to say we don't want the playoffs. Let's just wait for next year. But I'm gonna talk about these last 3 games because two of those I said we could have won. We could have won those game. But the Clippers game, that was a back and forth game. It was a game of run. That time the Clippers gonna run, we gonna run. Clippers gonna run, we gonna run. And we should have won the game. We should have won game because we blew multiple leads. We're up by 7 point, 8, 10, and they always come back. And this has been our problem throughout the entire second part. Not second part, since the trade with Porzingis. This is my problem. We cannot put teams away. Like every time we go up 7, 8, we try to get it higher, and we couldn't do it. Cause we're always making mistakes. We're always taking bad shots. We're turning ball over, all that. But that Clippers game, we were up by 5 points with 2 minutes to go. We could not score again. Cause we like I said, mentioned bad shots and turnovers. So that Clipper game, it was pretty even because we had 6 red double figure. It was Porzingis, Kuzma, KCP, Neto, Hachimura, and Gafford. And another reason why we lost the game because there's too much Ray Jackson and Marcus Morris and the new Wiz killer Luke Kennard, excuse me. And the stats in that game were pretty much even, almost even. The Clippers shot a better field goal, shot 50% from the field. We shot 47, but it was one of the worst games where we could not defend the three. We gave up 16 threes to LA. The Clippers, because they're one of the best in the league to defend the three, but worse in defending the paint. The rebounds were even at 41, but Clippers, here's the key stat: they made all their free throws. They were 13 and 13 from the free throw line, because last week against Atlanta, remember the game in Atlanta, we fouled a lot. Recently, we have been fouling a lot as late. And we're getting to line more often since that Atlanta game. We had like 9 free throw attempts against Atlanta. We took like 20 attempts in the Clippers. We were 17 20. But the Clippers, we had a problem winning in the Clippers' house for years. Like 2 places we cannot win at the Clippers and the Spurs. We had not won Clippers since what? 2008. I was like in high school back then, and we haven't won the Spurs since 99, where I wasn't a fan. I was just you know what I mean. But who knows? Who knows? We're gonna win those arenas. We'll have to wait and see. Now to Lakers. Lakers game. It was a first beginning game. It was a little shaky because we were going back and forth. We had a little shaky start, but we turned up in the second quarter. Like I said about Rui Hachimura, play him more. Play him at least 30 minutes a game. And I'm begging him to put him in starting lineup, but he plays better on the bench, in my opinion. With the way he's been playing lately, but at some point, he's got to be a starter at some point. Then he's been balling on the bench, backing up Kyle Kuzma, but he's got to start at any time. But he was balling in that second quarter. He had like 11 points in the first half. And we were about 7 at halftime in that third quarter. When I saw LeBron James took off in that third quarter, I'm like, this is trouble. Cause I don't care how old y'all. He's 37, 40, whatever. He's still LeBron James. He's the king. And what he do, I'm not mad at. He put up 50. 50! And I'm not mad at all. His second 50 game of the season, he had 56 against Golden State and 50 against the Wizards. It's the first time he scored 50 on Wizards since what? It's last year in Cleveland? Yeah, that's what it was. I remember that game. His final game in Cleveland, that's time he put up 50 on our behinds. And once again, we didn't defend the three against Lakers. They were 14-31. That's 45% from three. We out rebounding them. We were plus 10 on the boards, because they had no AD. But we did shut down Russell Westbrook. He was what? Let me see. He was 2 of 11 from the field. Well, it wasn't that. It was the king, LeBron James. That's what it was. And in turnover, he kept the minimum. It was 10 turnovers, so I'm not mad at that. The free throw, we missed a lot of free throw. We missed 11. We were 22 of 33. So if we missed like 2 or 3, the game would be close. But Lakers, they were okay. They were same percent. They were 12-17, but too much LeBron James. That's what it was. Now, against Portland, I'm like, shout out to Chris Miller. I know he's doing cover NBC Washington. Shout out to Chris Miller. He's 15 years doing this thing. But why did you tweet out the players who were missing from Portland and the average margin victory? The average margin victory they getting blown out by. Like, why? You jinxed us, man. You had eight guys out, including Dame Lillard, and who killed the Wizards last time. Wasn't it Simons? Something like that? I can't remember his first name. Is it Anthony Simons? Something like that. Like, why, C. Mills? Why you do like that? You jinxed us, man. And what happened last night? We had a letdown. Man, it was poor play the whole game. Only bright spot last night was KCP. He put up 26 points. He was 6-16, 20 points, 5 of 10 from 3. You know, but too much Josh Hart. He put up 44 on our behind. 44. I don't care who's on that court. Like, you gotta play the game. Like, it doesn't matter, because we done this many times. Doesn't matter who on the court. You gotta go ball out. And what did Josh do? He balled out. And who is this Watford kid? Like, who is he? He put up 27 points, 11-16 shooting. I know who Eubanks is. I know who he is. He had 20 points. He played for the Spurs. I know that. I'm like, who are these guys? And what they do, they embarrassed us. Even though we lost by 9 points, though. But they just flat out embarrassed us. That's when I knew. I said, you know what? This team has quit the season. Now, it will be a damn miracle, and they come from behind and get in playing tournament. It'll be a damn miracle. But I'm afraid we're going to come up a bit short because of that road trip. Like I told you in the last video, that road trip is crucial. I said you got to win at least 2, and likely we're going to go 0-4 on this trip. Because I know we're going to lose to Golden State because Draymond Green is coming back. I heard he's coming back tomorrow against the Wiz. But that Portland game, that just did it, man. We had too many unacceptable losses this season. Too many. I can name some. The Pelicans at the beginning of the year when they started poorly. We lost to the Kings in Sacramento when we blew a 15-point third quarter lead on them. Lost to the Rockets at the buzzer. I remember that game, the Rockets at the buzzer, where we all like, oh, we got it. And as you know, Kim Jr. hit a dagger 3 on our behinds. And you already know the big one was losing a 35-point lead to the Clippers. That was the big one. And of course against Portland. So that's 4 right there. I can name a few more, but that's all I know. So before we head out, there were some bright spots. Only bright spot this season to me was Kyle Kuzma. Like, this dude has been playing like an all-star to me this season. So hopefully he carries that next year. And I like what I see from Porzingis. I like what I see from the Unicorn, the Zinger. Like, he gives us hope for next year. We'll see if Bradley Beal comes back next year. I think he's gonna come back. I expect him to come back. So we will see. And everybody's spot is Rui Hachimura. He's been knocking down on three lately. I see him knocking down threes since after the break. Like just start making them threes. Start shooting threes. Like it's going every time. You know what I mean? And before we head out, I'm gonna say something about Wes Jr. I know he's been criticized by rotations. I've been critical of him since the time he benched Gafford for the last 3 weeks for the trade deadline. I'm like, why you benched Gafford before the deadline? I'm like, you know what I said? He's waiting for the deadline because I know Brian or Harold is gonna be gone, and who is gone? Montrezl Harrell, because we're not gonna afford to pay him this all season. And time Brian, I know he played against Portland, but Touchman tells me he's gone. And play more Anthony Gill. When Gill plays, like he gives us that boost. I'm like I don't know where he hardly plays. When he comes in the game, it produces. I'm like you gotta give him like 2 more years with this man, because it is so funny, man. Like he's backbone the bench. When he comes in, what happens? Instant offense happens. Like the inside game, the outside, whatever. So you gotta play Gilmore. As Western Jr., I'm gonna give you a pass for the season. I know you're a rookie head coach. I know some fans hate the move, some like the move when we got the job. But I know he had a good start of the year. We were 10-3, and it's been shaky since. But next year, man. Next year, hopefully, you'll save the team. It's similar to when we had Eddie Jordan. He was a rookie head coach one time. Because people want to fire Eddie Jordan after his first year at Washington. We won 20-something games that year, and next year what happened next year? We turn around. It could happen. You never know. Same thing with Coach Randy Whitman. I know we had 2 bad years with him when he came team. In the 3rd year, he was under contract. What happened? Made the playoffs and had an unbelievable year. So give Weston Jr. some time. And one more thing, Tommy Shepard, do your magic. Wherever moves you make for Weston Jr. next year, do something, because I smell something funny going on. So, like I said, there's no hope for the Wizards team this season after losing those 3 games out west, and then we got one more tomorrow to go and stay. So, finish strong and don't lose, because remember the last time we tried to tank. Remember 2019, we lost the last 6-7 games of the year. We tanked to get a good draft pick. What happened? We fell to number 9. If you try to tank, it may happen again. Get number 9 again, and we don't want that. Hopefully, we'll see. If you're lucky in the draft, that's cool. But I have a strange feeling we're gonna get number 9 again, like we did in 2019 and 2020. So we'll see. Hopefully, Wiz just finish strong and develop the young guys like Rui, Kispert, and Denny. So develop those young guys and see who's gonna be back here for next year. So that's all I gotta say. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all do a deal. Follow me on Twitter @Camingo. Same Instagram. And for my Wiz page on Twitter is @Wiz_Nation. Instagram Nation_Wiz. Thank y'all. Peace.